And we are back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 3 attacks from a war that we just finished on stream. I'm going to show you exactly how I determine where I'm going to put my funneling troops. And we'll also go into the attacks and I'll show you what was going through my mind, why I started in a certain area, why I didn't start in other areas. So sit tight, buckle up, stay tuned, and enjoy the show. Okay, so here we are on the first base. This base is a max base, excluding the walls, but walls don't really make a difference when you're looking at hybrid. The miners either go underneath the walls and the piggies go over the walls, so walls really doesn't matter. But it doesn't look all that pretty, but it is a max base. So let's look at this, and let's talk about first a couple things. First of all, let's talk about, you have 2 sides of a base. Let's look at this base as follows. Let's cut this base down the middle like this. You have one side of the base over here, and you got all your single targets over here. Single, single, single. Okay, now, single target infernos, you have to understand something. What is the difficulty of your queen? And also, what is the difficulty for your hybrid? The infernos, when you're talking about infernos, if you have multi-infernos on a queen walk, that is simple for your queen to take care of. It's almost as if they're not even there, okay? But if you look at for your hybrid, when you have a multi, the multis become difficult for the hybrid because it's shooting at 5 of them all at the same time. Whereas if you look at the opposite and you look at the single targets for a queen walk are difficult to deal with, but singles for the hybrid are not as difficult to deal with. So when I saw 3 singles over there, I knew I wanted to come in with my hybrid up this way. So that is step 1 when I was approaching this base. But if you look at the other side of the base, you got scatters, you got expos, you got a town hall, you got the CC, you got all things which are difficult things to deal with. But if you notice, if I can come up into this base like this, coming up this way, I am not going to be taking on all of those defenses at once. I'll be taking on the expos 1 at a time, or maybe 2 at a time. I'll be taking on the scatter shot 1 at a time. So it's a little bit easier to deal with. So I decided that I wanted to come up exactly like that. I wanted my hybrid going this way, and I wanted my queen going this way. That was what I wanted to do. Now the question is, how do you set up your funnels to be able to do that? Well, if you haven't already, I would definitely check out my queen walk videos. And I talk about where you should place your funneling troops. If I was putting my queen over here, let's mark it with a Q. If I was putting my queen over here, I would not be funneling on this structure over here. You'd want to funnel on this structure over here, not that one, this one. Why? Because you don't want to funnel on the structure that is right next to the queen. You want to funnel one structure over from the queen because she can easily take out the one next to her, but if you take out the one that is one over from her, then after she takes out the one next to her, now you have a huge gap, which is more than likely going to get your queen to walk the other way. And that's what I did over there. So let's talk about the funneling. Now, another thing I want to talk about, little trick over here. If you have a queen and you have the healers on your queen and she's already taking damage, then let the queen take the damage, let her absorb the damage, and then let your king or whatever troops you're using for the funnel, whether it be a baby dragon, whether it be a king, whether it be a wizard, whatever it is, let your queen take all of the firepower, and then this way it lets your funneling troops, it gives them a little bit of an easier time. So what I was looking for on this base was I looked at the range of the archer tower, and I knew then that I could put my queen down somewhere like this, right over here. Now my queen is going to be taking the firepower of this archer tower, which is nothing for her to. I mean, she can handle that no problem. And I can move my king in over here or whatever funneling troop I want to use. The king could go over here, and now the king's got an easier time to clear this area. He doesn't have the firepower of the archer tower going on him. So that is one side of the funnel. The plan was to get my queen to go this way and to get my king to clear all this stuff and to go this way and clear as much as he can over there. So now we talked about the first funnel, but there is always a secondary funnel. How are you going to take care of the secondary funnel? Well, I do the same thing over here. I don't want to funnel all the way down here with my baby D. I want to funnel all the way up here. And this way, if my baby D goes this way, I'm fine. If my baby D goes this way, I'm fine. Because as my queen's coming up, there's going to be nothing for her to bring her back this way. I want my queen walking in here. And that's what I did. So let's press play and we'll talk about this attack, how it was moving. If I see something during the attack that I want to point out, I will pause it and we'll talk about it, unless I can just talk while it's going. Let's hit that play button now and zoom in and see the action. So we already said we're going to start the queen down over, come on, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's the queen. Queen is down. King is down. I want to make sure that the queen is taking damage before I drop the healers on her. I drop my healers this way because I wanted them to stay away from that air defense. You gotta keep those healers healthy. I use a rage spell. Anticipate where your queen is going to get into trouble. Ooh, we didn't show this over here. I got a giant baby D working on that over there. Always, always, always anticipate where you're going to need your rage spells. Don't put them down when she's already taking the force. Put them down when you already have the. We'll put it down beforehand. This way, she's already nice and strong going into it. But now let's pause it here for a second. Look at this funnel that's been created. You want to create the smallest pathway possible for your miners. So if you look here, I've already cleared out everything like this. This P.E.K.K.A over here is going to move up. They're going to clear that. Look at this small pathway that my miners are going up on this base. You want to make it as small. The tighter the pathway for the hybrid, the more success you're going to have. The funnels are so incredibly important. Don't ignore your funnels. Make those funnels and get them down and get those hybrid in, and you will have the success. Let's play it out. Let's play it out in double speed because we talked about a lot during this attack. But if you notice, now the queen's going through. Now, I did not use a rage. Well, I didn't have a rage over there. But it's okay. I still have the ability. Queen uses the ability. They go through. Once the town hall goes down, it's a free warden ability for your hybrid. You want to save. Ideally, you want to save the warden ability for the town hall. But if your queen's going to take care of the town hall, it's not a big deal. You could use your warden ability wherever you need it. But here it is, and that was the attack. Thinned out a little bit. It thinned out a little bit at the end. Not gonna lie, but we did get the triple, and let's hit that quadruple speed, see the army comp, and move on to the next attack. Do want to show you probably the trolliest base you've ever seen in Clash of Clans. Stay tuned for that one. Okay, so here is the next base. I was gonna show you base number 3, but I'm saving that for next because it's probably the trolliest base I've ever seen in Clash of Clans. So here is this base like this. So let's talk about what we were just talking about, where to place your first funnel and your secondary funnel. And I'll try to explain to you why I made the funnel in that place where I did. Look at this section over here. Well, first of all, let's look at the base. We just talked a second ago. We talked about single targets, multi-targets. So if you look at this base, we got single, single, single. So obviously you know which way I am coming through with my miners. I want my miners coming up the base like that. That's where I want my miners going. My hybrid going. I'm sorry, not miners, hybrid. As far as the other side, we got expos over here. Yeah, expos, great. We got expos, no problem. But you cannot take on 4 expos. So you don't want to be coming in this way. So being that I didn't want to come in that way, I want to take care of one at a time. I wanted to come in this way. So how am I going to be able to come in that way? Well, the first thing I want to look at is I don't want my queen standing over here. Why not? Because if my queen would stand over here, then she could very likely go over from this bomb tower. She might go to the archer tower and continue walking the wrong way. So I don't want my queen going anywhere near this section. Let me get rid of that. I don't want my queen going anywhere over to this side. I want her going to that side and then bring her in the base like that. So how do we accomplish that? Well, we just talked about if you want, wherever you want to make your funnel, your queen should be 2 spots over. So being that that's the case, I'm going to start my queen around over here. And I'm going to make the funnel over here by cutting that cannon out. Once I get that cannon out, if you imagine that cannon goes down and then the queen takes care of this and she takes care of this, there's no way that she's going to walk all the way down like that when you have all of this stuff over here like this. So that's one side of the funnel. Let's talk about the secondary funnel. Well, if I want my queen going in here, then I have to make sure I get rid of all of this stuff over here. So how do we accomplish that? Let's talk like this. So in order to do that, very, very easy. 2 loons on that cannon will knock that cannon out. The loons are going to be taking the firepower of that archer tower, so I drop my baby D in over here. I would use a cocoa loon for my baby D anyway, so instead of using 1 loon, I use 2 loons, and I get double duty out of those loons. It's a cocoa loon for my baby D, plus it's going to take out that cannon. And just like that, if you notice, this stuff is going to be gone, this is going to be gone, so it's basically a straight shot for my queen into the base like that. Pretty simple. Anything else we got to talk about? I use my king with my siege barracks over on this side because I want this part cleared. So if I have that cleared, and then I have this cleared like that, then look at the pathing that I've created for my hybrid to go through the base. Look at this pathing. Beautiful, beautiful pathing. Oh, one thing I didn't talk about, I did lure the CC to get the CC out to bring it over to the queen to deal, so the queen could deal with it. Let's press the play button and watch it in action. If something comes up in the middle of the attack that I got to talk about, I will talk about it. But let's zoom in here, watch this queen, watch the first funnel, watch the secondary funnel, watch how it was done. Very, very simple. Giant wizard. We take out that cannon and then look at this. Look at this area. We have a nice, big, thick space of empty space over there. The queen is not going anywhere where she's not supposed to. Let's look over here for this part of the funnel. We got the 2 loons. We got the baby D on this, 2 loons on this. Now the queen is not going to walk up that way. She is going to go exactly where we want her to go. We lure the CC over. We get the CC to come down. Double duty on the poison. The poison goes down with the, what do you call it? Not a great poison for the lava hound, but I was able to keep that. I was able to keep that, what do you call it? I was able to keep that royal champ in the poison, not shooting at the queen, and the baby D ended up going down from the poison. So I wanted to make sure I did have an expo. So Will, there's your answer why I decided to drop the poison like that. I saw your comment, Will. I saw the comment. So now look at the funneling that's going on, the pathing that's being made for my miners. Straight shot, thin shot for my miners going through this. Queen takes care of the royal champ. She continues to move up. I did leave the eagle over there. I did not take care of the eagle with my queen. The eagle was more in the center of the base, so I had to make sure that I would take care of that eagle. Uses a ward ability, uses a heal to get them back up to full health after the town hall, and now we move through this base, finishing it up. Rage spell to get through that last scatter shot and to make sure that single target goes down before the royal champ gets locked down to the beam, and before the beam locks onto the royal champ. Wall breakers, always, if you got wall breakers at the end, use them to distract the defenses. You never know, they will work. It will distract the defenses, and you'd be surprised how often it will save the raid. But there it is. Boom, done, finished. Let's get it up into quadruple speed. See the Army comp and see that triple. And let's move on to the trolliest base you've ever seen before. Okay, so here is the last attack we're going to show on this video. I call this base the trolliest base you've ever seen. Wait, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but let's put it this way. I tripled on this base, and I thought it was going to be a triple that I could have finished the attack, used the remaining troops, and triple the base again. But we'll talk. You'll see what I'm talking about. What else? We looked at this one. I scouted this one with my 12. I realized what we needed to do. A big thank you to everybody in stream who is helping me to plan this one, helping me to figure out which way is the best way to do it. I have been uploading my regular streams to YouTube. I got to do it at least 24 hours after the stream is over. So this stream will be uploaded on Friday, August 28th. This war will be uploaded to YouTube. So you can check that out on the Friday evening American time. It will be there. But this video is coming out on Friday morning. This video is coming out August 28th. Did I say August 27th or August 28th? August 28th. That's when it's coming out. So let's talk about the attack and what needed to be done. I saw this attack over here, and again, we talked about before when you have infernos in a row, it really determines which way you're going to come in. Where the eagle is, it determines which way you're going to come in. This base is a symmetrical base, but the infernos are in a triangular form. Your queen is going to have to take this out. I was talking to somebody. I got to tell a story. I got to tell a story right here. I was talking, a guy in my clan, he posted a replay of an attack in game yesterday. And he says, Avi, can you take a look at the attack and tell me what you think about it? And he did get a triple, but I looked at him. I was like, dude, what made, how come you decided to come in over there? He came totally in the wrong area, the wrong place, wrong entry. I don't care. Anybody who knows anything about hybrid would have said that's the wrong place to come in. So I said to him, why'd you come in over there? And he said to me, he goes, well, I didn't want to come in over there because it had a single target. I said, excuse me? He goes, yeah, it had a single target. I was afraid with my queen I was going to lose the queen. I said to him, dude, if you're afraid of single targets with your queen, then don't queen walk. Use a kill squad, use something else. But you need to be familiar with dealing with a single. It is not difficult. It's timing, and even if you don't have the timing down, I personally don't have the best timing with my free spells. I still get a little worried. I drop them a little earlier. There are people who are literally masters. They drop those free spells exactly at the perfect timing. All you got to do is you carry 2 free spells. That means your queen could definitely go in and she could take care of 1 single. 2 singles, maybe not. But 1 single, yes. So why do I bring this up? Because I was looking at this base and I knew I would have to take care of a single. So I had to determine which single was the single I want to take care of. Well, I thought that going in over here on this single was my best option. That would be my best option. So now that I know where I want to get my queen in, I got to determine where I'm going to put my siege barracks, where I'm going to put my hybrid. And I realized that if my queen is going in over here on this one, that gives me 2 options of where to put the hybrid. Option number 1 was having the hybrid go in this way. Okay, that's option number 1. Option number 2 is having the hybrid go in this way. Those are the 2 choices. If your queen is over here, you always want your hybrid to be in the middle between the siege barracks and your queen. So if my hybrid's going to be coming in this way, my siege barracks is going to be over there. My queen is going to be over here. Okay? If my hybrid's coming in this way, then my queen is over here and my siege barracks is over here. So those are my 2 different options. We did test this one out with the 12, and we realized that the Teslas were all over here, over here, over here, and over here. So we figure that it's better not to deal with the Teslas and the Heroes and the Town Hall all on the back end. So we did come in with the hybrid like this. So once we know the Queen's going in there, the Siege Barracks is going in there, so that's going in there. So now the question is, how do we make everything happen? We know what the goals are. Now how do we determine how do we get to those goals? How could we make it? How do we get those funnels going? So first funnel, super simple funnel. Super simple funnel. You drop a wizard over here, and that wizard's going to take out this army camp and then scoot over to this one and take out that army camp. The archer tower is not going to be in range of that wizard. Simple funnel. That's step number one. Funnel number two. Funnel number two is a little bit more difficult. It wouldn't be enough for a giant, but it would be enough for the king, but there's so much stuff going on over here. I need my king to tank for the siege barracks and to help out with the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards to get all this stuff cleared like this. Because again, you want your hybrid, you want a small section for the hybrid, which means I want to take out as much of this stuff as possible. All the way into here would be ideal. So I didn't have my king. So therefore I had to sit there and change up my army. Avi did actually change up his army, dropped the Yeti in over here, dropped the wizard in over here, wizard over here, and that gives my queen access. Now, next step, ideally you want to take out that eagle. I wanted to get my queen into this compartment over here. And it's not a very easy wall break. Not a very easy wall break. I did it on the tests. I did it with my Town Hall 12. I did not do it with my Town Hall 13. Reason is because I did some pre-swag. I was told to call it pre-swag. Not that by accident I dropped a spell on the outside. I figure I got this base, so I pre-swagged it. No, it's not true. I made a mistake, and I ended up dropping my freeze spell over here. I needed my freeze spell over here to freeze that so I can get in here with my wall break. Just very briefly, I'll give you a little bit of wall breaking things over here. In order to get this wall open up, you have to make sure that this structure goes down. And everything would have been fine. Everything would have been fine. But I didn't have that freeze, and I lost my last wall breakers. I lost them to the scatter shot. My queen did go in over here, and she did help out with the town hall, and then ended up moving down like this, and then took care of everything. So now that we've told you everything to do with this attack, we will go into this attack and show you. Well, I still haven't talked about the trolliness. Let's press that play button so you can see the trolliness for yourself. Let's hit that play button. Show you over there. I think we started off with the wizard. Wizard up top. Where is it? Where is it, Avi? Come on, wizard. Go down, wizard. There is that little wizard taking care of the army camp. There is the Yeti on the bottom dealing with that over there. There's the wizard. I got scared. The healers went over to that wizard, but they did come back. Dropped 4 wall breakers. I knew there was no need for a test wall breaker over there, so you dropped 4 wall breakers because one of them is going to get targeted by the single, so then the other 3 will open it up. I did use a rage over there. So maybe I didn't have to use 4. I could have gotten away with maybe 2 or 3. And there's my free spell. That was the free spell that I needed. There's the wall breakers that are going in the right direction, but there is the scatter shot destroying those wall breakers. So we got that. The CC comes out. Queen's dealing with the CC right now. Once the CC comes out, FYP, this is for you. When the CC comes out, drop your hybrid. Once, that's the only thing. Drop the king, drop the siege barracks, get your hybrid going. There's the king, there's the siege barracks. I wanted to make sure I took care of the pups, but as soon as the pups are sitting there on the queen, it was good to go. So now let's move in. Queen's gonna beat through the wall, like I said. She is gonna help out. Let's try to move in, zoom in a little bit over here, because I want you guys to see this trolliness of this base. Troops are moving through on this base. Eagle is still there, so I have to make sure those Eagle shots are not going to kill all my troops. So I had to use an earlier warden ability than I would like, but I knew the Queen was on that town hall, so I was okay. Now the Queen is moving through, and she takes out the scatter shot. She takes out the CC. Now she's dealing with the scatter shot. Get that heal spell down for my troops going through. She takes out the Eagle. She's now tanking that scatter shot, which is all you need at this point. I am looking at this. I'm like, oh my goodness. Look at all them piggies. Look at all them miners. Psst, easy triple. But I forgot what was in that center over there. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giant bomb. Every single giant bomb in the core. I lost every single piggy. Every piggy was gone. Thankfully, my Queen was still able to take out that single, and my miners that were on the outside with the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards, they finished up the rest of this base, and that was it. Did get the triple. We did get the victory in this war. Like I said, if you look at the video that's coming out after this video, it will be the video of the stream. Feel free, watch it, enjoy it. It was a great, I really had a good time today on stream. And that is going to be the end of this video. I hope everybody enjoyed everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you're hitting that sub button. If you like this video, make sure you drop a like. If you have any comments, if you think that some of the attacks were nice, some of them weren't nice, they were easy, not easy, let me know. Talk to me down there. I love answering anybody's questions. Ask me anything you want in the comments down below. And that's going to be it until the next video. Have a super fantastic